Hey man, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com, and it's time for another exciting edition of What's in My Wallet, this time for the fourth quarter of 2024. Can you believe we are here already? So I'm going to show you what I am going to be using in the fourth quarter, and it's actually a smaller list than usual because I'm still working on the bonus on the American Express Gold Card. I got to spend $6,000 in 6 months in order to get the 100,000 points. I'm at a little under 4,000, so I've been doing pretty well. So I think for the fourth quarter, I can go pretty much with just the 4X categories, meaning restaurants and grocery stores, get the 4 points per dollar, and I should be able to get myself to that 6,000 by 6 months and get that big bonus. But that means the two big categories taken care of right here while I work on the bonus: restaurants and grocery stores. And then the third big everyday category is gas. Not as much for me as some people, but that will be going on the City Custom Cash, which is going to give me 5% on gas because that is where I'm going to spend the most, and that is what the City Custom Cash does. Gives you 5% in the category where you spend the most each billing cycle. This card has not gotten a lot of use from me over the last 6 months. Because partially that gold card I talked about, and then other cards have had really nice offers. I've had 5% on restaurant offers and other things with the rotating category cards and stuff like that, where the City Custom Cash I haven't even needed 5% in another category, or I just have sort of forgotten. But not a lot of use from this, but it's going back to work in the fourth quarter. Now the Chase Freedom Flex has some sort of weird 5% rotating categories for the fourth quarter, but one of them is PayPal, which is a good category. So any online shopping I do, I will try to run it through PayPal and use the Chase Freedom Flex as my 5%er on those PayPal purchases. As usual, 5% from Amazon and Target because I have Amazon Prime and I have the Amazon Prime Visa, which gives you 5 points per dollar or 5% cash back on your Amazon purchases. And then I've got the Target, what is now called the Target Circle card, but used to be the red card, which gives you a 5% discount on all of your Target purchases. Now I did a dumb thing recently and I lost my City Double Cash card. So as I make this video, I do not have one, but there is going to be one coming in the mail. My Capital One Venture X card has been pulling the 2% duty as my fallback card while I wait for the City Double Cash card to come back to me, but then the City Double Cash will probably be my fallback for most of my purchases for the rest of quarter four. However, that Capital One Venture X probably going to be getting some other duties in the fact that I'm about to take a big international trip going to Greece soon, and so I'm going to be using the Capital One Venture X probably for the majority of my sort of fallback purchases that aren't going to give me any more than 2% because I'm getting 2 points per dollar on all purchases with this and no foreign transaction fees, so this one is going to get more work than it generally does. That City Double Cash has a foreign transaction fee, so I'm not using that outside of the country. Now when I'm hitting the restaurants and bars in Greece, I will try to use the American Express Gold at those restaurants in order to get the 4 points per dollar and work toward that bonus, but I have a feeling that at times it is not going to be accepted, which means I'm also going to be bringing along the Chase Sapphire Preferred for those restaurant purchases, no foreign transaction fees. It's only 3 points per dollar, but that is good enough for me during this vacay. And then another card that has not been getting a lot of use from me, but is going to get a little bit more because of the overseas travel, is the Wells Fargo Autograph card because it has no foreign transaction fees and it gives 3% in some categories where I know I'm going to be spending when I'm in Greece, including gas and transit purchases, and also it has 3% back on restaurants, so I could use this as a restaurant card overseas as well. My Amex Platinum probably not going to get any purchases or very few during the fourth quarter, although I did use it recently to book some travel at a hotel in Greece because it made me feel a little more comfortable than going right through their website, to be honest with you, because it was a little confusing, the language on the site. Anyway, in the fourth quarter, what I will be doing with this card is using it to access at least one airport lounge, or at least I expect to, because I have a long layover before I actually fly to Greece. Blue Cash Preferred from American Express really won't get much use for me, but it does give 6% back on streaming services. As I've said in previous videos, this is really my wife's card and I am an authorized user on it. She uses it for grocery shopping that she does because it gives 6%, and then we use it for some other things. She uses it for gas as well. So it's kind of a card that is good for her because she doesn't want to carry very many cards, and then we use it for the streaming services, and every once in a while I'll pull it out and actually use it. And then 3 cards that usually get use from me, but probably will not in the fourth quarter, the AAA Daily Advantage Visa, because of the fact that it gives 5% at grocery stores. But again, I'm working on that bonus on the American Express Gold card, and my supermarket purchases are going on that. So this one probably not going to get any use. I'm not real big on Discover's 5% categories in the fourth quarter. They are Amazon and Target, and I've already showed you the Amazon and Target cards where I'm getting a 5% reward or a 5% discount, so I don't really need this one in quarter 4. And then last is the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey, not to be confused with the Wells Fargo Autograph that I already talked about. This can be a good card for booking travel, but in terms of actually using it while traveling, not as good as the regular Wells Fargo Autograph. And then I do have a few cards that are hibernating in the sock drawer. I did not feel like combing through that sock drawer in order to pull them out for this video. So that is it really for me. Fourth quarter, so much still about the Amex Gold, trying to get to that spend that I need in order to get the bonus, and bonus supersedes everything else. I was doing some calculations today, and with those Forex categories in terms of like how I'll probably spend that $6,000 to get that bonus, probably for that first $6,000 worth of purchases, I'm going to end up getting about a 20% reward between the bonus and the points that I'm actually getting on those purchases. So when you're making those purchases, you're still getting your points at the same time that you're, headed toward that bonus. So 20% on your first $6,000 on a card, not too shabby. Now, of course, it's got a $325 annual fee, and that's a whole other thing to talk about, which we're not going to do in this video. Would love to hear what you have in your wallet for the fourth quarter. Let me know in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching, and as always, please go to proudmoney.com, where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. If you're not going to go to the website or leave a comment, watch this video right here next.